Ghosted marks the debut novel of British author Rosie Walsh, hitting shelves in 2018. Having traversed the realms of television production with its attendant globetrotting, Walsh eventually made her home in the United Kingdom alongside her family, primarily unfolding in Gloucestershire, but also venturing into other corners of England and Los Angeles, California. Ghosted tackles the modern dating phenomenon of ghosting, where one abruptly terminates a relationship by vanishing from all communication channels. Published as The Man Who Didn't Call in the UK and Ghosted in the US, the narrative unravels the mystery behind the abrupt disappearance, weaving a tale of concealed truths. Sarah and Eddie share a pivotal week, Sarah convinced of their mutual love until Eddie inexplicably severs all ties. The revelation that Eddie is the brother of Alex, whose demise in a car accident Sarah partly caused, adds layers of complexity. Despite the tumult, love and parenthood ultimately reunite the pair. Within its pages, Ghosted delves into themes such as the influence of technology on romantic closure, the quest for a soulmate, and the intricate dynamics of parental relationships. Blending elements of contemporary romance, crime, and mystery, Ghosted offers a compelling romantic thriller. The story follows Sarah Mackey, a successful nonprofit director residing in Los Angeles, as she returns to the UK annually to commemorate a tragic car accident from 19 years prior. Serendipity leads her to Eddie David near the accident site, sparking an unexpected romance. Sarah, fresh from a recently dissolved 17-year marriage, assumes her married name, while Eddie adopts his middle name as his surname. As a result of these circumstances, and due to both parties concealing painful aspects of their past from each other, they remain unaware of each other's true identities. Sarah, unknowingly, was responsible for the death of Eddie's sister, Alex, in the car accident. The full narrative surrounding the accident only comes to light as a surprising plot twist later in the novel, initially leading the reader to believe that Sarah's younger sister, Hannah, was the victim. Eddie and Sarah share 7 significant days together, seemingly deeply in love. Sarah bids Eddie farewell as he prepares for a brief holiday, intending to pick him up upon his return to discuss the challenges posed by their differing countries of residence. However, Eddie abruptly severs contact, disappearing without explanation. Walsh employs a narrative technique, alternating between epistolary form with letters from me to you, initially assumed to be from Sarah to Hannah, but later revealed to be from Eddie to Alex, and first-person narration from Sarah's perspective. The story initially unfolds in a non-linear fashion. As Sarah spends time with her childhood friend Tommy, her friend Joe, and eventually her parents and grandfather, her distress over Eddie's silence intensifies, causing her usual confidence to waver. She seeks answers, feeling increasingly helpless amidst unsettling occurrences, such as mysterious phone calls to her with silent callers and the sensation of being watched. Sarah attempts to reach out to Eddie's friends through social media and even follows a stranger in London sporting a football team's kit she recalls Eddie playing for, only to find him absent from the match. Sarah, back in LA, attempts to push Eddie from her thoughts, but finds his presence seemingly everywhere. Seeking solace, she leans on her close friend Jenny, who is grappling with the emotional aftermath of a failed in vitro fertilization (IVF) cycle, her last hope for conceiving. Despite her reluctance to drink following her final night with Joe in England, Sarah discovers she's pregnant but struggles to accept it, torn between self-preservation and the daunting prospect of confiding in Jenny. Reflecting on the eerie coincidence of meeting Eddie near the accident site on the anniversary of Alex's death, Sarah eventually realizes his true identity and his presence in LA. They rendezvous in Santa Monica, where Eddie confronts Sarah, accusing her of causing his sister's death. The revelation unfolds that Eddie wasn't responsible for Hannah's demise. Instead, it was Sarah who inadvertently caused the tragedy that claimed Eddie's sister, Alex, Hannah's closest friend. Sarah shares the painful details of the accident, admitting her enduring guilt and Hannah's unresolved resentment. While Eddie finds some closure in their conversation, he suggests they cease contact, opting to return to England. Sarah, withholding her pregnancy news, prepares to confide in Jenny, but is interrupted by a surprising call from Hannah. Distracted, Sarah ventures onto the highway, consumed by her thoughts, oblivious to the oncoming danger, as Part 2 concludes with her perilously close to being struck by a truck. Part 3 transitions to Eddie's viewpoint as he grapples with his familial duty to his mother, Carol, who harbors deep-seated resentment towards Sarah. Despite his efforts to justify his decision to part ways with Sarah, Eddie finds himself haunted by conflicting emotions. Upon witnessing a funeral procession near Sarah's childhood residence, he oscillates between concern that she might have returned for a funeral and the unsettling thought that she might have been the one laid to rest. Struggling to move on from Sarah, Eddie remains ensnared in the throes of love. His turmoil escalates when he stumbles upon Carol, perusing a trove of unsent letters addressed to Alex, realizing that his mother has long been aware of Sarah's existence. Carol, informed of Sarah's pregnancy by Hannah, eventually divulges this news to Eddie 6 days past Sarah's due date. Realizing his paternal role and his unwavering desire to be with Sarah, Eddie rushes to the hospital. Empathy floods him as he comprehends the depth of Sarah's emotions when she swerved to protect her sister, inadvertently causing Alex's demise. In a poignant moment, Sarah undergoes a cesarean section, bringing their son into the world. The reunion of the couple culminates in a heartwarming resolution as they name their baby boy Alex, in remembrance of the accident's anniversary. The novel reaches its poignant conclusion with a celebratory gathering to welcome baby Alex, symbolizing hope and new beginnings. Surprisingly, Carol attends the event and, in a moment of reconciliation, extends her gratitude to Sarah, acknowledging her as the grandmother of her grandson. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.